Hello there, Libra. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your Virgo full moon reading for 2020. So glad to have you here. Really always welcoming you back to the channel if you have been here before. If you're subscribed, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for being part of my dragon family. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you decided to click on my link and check out what I do here. I do invite you, if you have not yet done so, please reach out, hit that subscribe button, join the dragon family, and give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. First, a few quick notes before we get into the reading is that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Libra out there, so if these messages do resonate with you, they are meant for you. If they don't resonate or they just don't make sense, kick them out to another Libra. Also, come back and watch it another time. Sometimes the messages don't always resonate as strongly on the first viewing, so that's definitely a thing too. This will mostly correspond to Libra Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Libra cross watchers are welcome to join as well. If you are interested in a personal reading or any information regarding the card decks that I use, I always put links to those so you can look at the cards and see if you want to use them for yourself. That is all down below in the description box always. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. So Libra, this is a very emotional full moon for you because the full moon in Virgo, I always say that when the moon goes full in Virgo, it is like a house cleaning moon, because Virgo does deal with cleansing, purification, and of course the moon is the home, it's the family, it's the people around us. So anytime that occurs, it's always a time when I feel like you want to put your house in order, metaphorically or literally, and so it can also extend as well to your health, your healing, because Virgo is the sign that deals with our health, our nutrition, our habits. So it's like creating good habits is a wonderful thing to start or meditate on when the Virgo moon comes up. This is a good time not just to clean your house, but to clean out your body, make sure you're eating well, make sure your habits are good, your routines are healthful for your well-being. This is also a time of service to humanity. So Virgo is all about helping other people, organizing people together to achieve greater success. For you, Libra, this full moon will be lighting up your universal house of the 12th. That is the Pisces house. It is, like I said, a very emotional, spiritual, intuitive house. You may very well feel that, leading up the first few days to this full moon, like right now, and then the couple days after especially, you will feel more intuitive, more psychic, more tuned into your dreams, and to the things that you're sensing. From the other world. Sometimes your guardians or your ancestors come through more strongly during this time, but it is definitely sensitive. You might also feel those emotions really punching up to the surface because as this full moon goes through this 12th house, this is completing a yearly cycle for you. Next month, when the full moon is in your sign, that's going to start up a new cycle again. So there's a lot of things that you might be putting an end to, cycles completing and things like that with this Virgo full moon. We also have a lot of earth sign. As you probably know if you've been following my channel, we've got 4 planets in Capricorn right now. Those are all in your universal 4th house, so lots of energy regarding that Cancerian house in the first place. Lots of things coming up around home, family, soul origins, childhood roots, all that kind of stuff for Libra is very powerful, sometimes overwhelming because the intensity of that energy is really with us right now. The other thing I'll point out is that your ruling planet of Venus is in Taurus right now, so that is lighting up your universal 8th house. So if you notice, all of the houses that are universally lit for Libra are all water signs. It's the Pisces house, the Cancer house, the Scorpio house. So lots of emotion there, Libra. Tap into your emotional heart, tap into your psyche. Love will be very nice this month overall. It's a lot more grounded, a lot more stable because of its influence in Taurus, but it's also very deep reaching because it is sitting in that Scorpio house. So when it comes to your relationships, you're looking for solid, grounded, stable, and not shallow or surface level. You're really looking to go deeply within. You really want to connect with people who understand psychology or the deeper emotional moods that are, at play. So let's go ahead and get some cards going for you. We're going to do a past, present, future spread with the lunar cards in the tarot. And right now I'm just going to start by pulling a keyword for you for this Virgo full moon. Dear angels, ancestors, divine beings of light, guardians, helpers, and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Libra as we do their Virgo full moon 2020 reading. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout the session and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Ooh, so Libra, look at that, and I love it, the voyage. This to me is a perfect card for you. Look at that. It embodies that full moon above. There's the whale floating there in the middle, and the whale is all about memory, wisdom, history, and communication. And so to me, the whale is kind of that balance between earth and water, because they're a mammal, but they're in the water. And in this one, they're suspended in the air, and you are an air sign. To me, this means an emotional, mental voyage. This could even mean that you are planning some travel, whether it's physical or emotional or mental. We can take a lot of traveling and do a lot of journeying and exploring in our own mind and our own psyche. So there's definitely movement forward here for you with this Virgo full moon. That's absolutely what is coming through. So let's get into the Moonology deck. The past is going to be what you experienced over this last 30 days, because we always have the energy of the previous full moon influencing us, because those full moon cycles kind of go 30 days to 30 days in between. And so our last full moon was in Leo. This one is coming up in Virgo, and then we're going to see what the future holds for you for the next 30 days after this Virgo full moon has passed, because there is that cycle leading up to the next full moon, and we'll see what that is going to bring in store potentially for you as well. Ooh, lots of energy here for you, Libra. My goodness. Okay, so the immediate past is a personal issue. We're reaching resolution. Full moon in Cancer energy. Like I said, lots of planetary power going on in that fourth house of Cancer for you. So Cancer is definitely at play. But this is really what you were working through this last full moon cycle, what you're, bringing to completion as we go into the Virgo full moon. So a lot of personal issues, a lot of, deep held beliefs, things around the home and family absolutely coming up, because that is Cancer. So that's beautiful to see that there is going to be some completion, some resolution to some of the things that you've been dealing with here for the last 30 days. And there we go. So on top of that, we have creation coming up, and that is in coincidence with the Beaver full moon. I'm not sure. I think that is a springtime full moon. It might be April, May. You can check it out. Definitely Google search it. I don't have my list with me right now. I always have that usually to give me that list of full moons. So check that one out, because that could have extra significance for you when some of this, these resolutions have another phase entering. But there's definitely that feeling of creation, because the beaver is the master builder, always creating a structure, always creating a system of support. And it does have to do with water, because they're always working with the waterways, right? So Libra, definitely working through some emotional issues from this past and giving them structure, giving them meaning, understanding them on a logical, practical level. So here, look what we've got coming in for the immediate energy of the Virgo full moon. This is you in the present right now. And that Virgo full moon happens March 9th, 12:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So full moon in Taurus, we're bringing in that Taurus energy. Your sign, your ruling planet Venus right now is in Taurus. So this to me just confirms that that's very powerful and very positive for you. Again, your dreams need a practical plan. So this is again, you know, in the continuance of what came through with the last 30 days, it looks like, you know, this is just continuing. It's like phase 2. Here we go. We need a practical plan. We need structure around our dreams and around our ideas and goals to make them really come into manifestation. Ooh, you've got the thunder moon. So look at this, Libra. My goodness. It's like there is that change. There's that electricity. The thunder moon is all about new beginnings. To me, it's a very Aquarian energy. That's just my personal feeling about that, because Aquarius is a very electric kind of sign. So you could be dealing with some Aquarian energy, or just really feeling innovative, futuristic, going towards the future very, very strongly. So just be aware that that's coming up. So then in your immediate future, this 30-day cycle triggers, you know, from this full Virgo moon is the new moon in Capricorn. Again, Capricorn is playing so strongly in your chart right now because we have Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, all in that sign in your 4th house, which is lunar ruled. And so this says, new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So that's a beautiful, beautiful summarization, Libra. I love that for you because it's so clear that there is, you know, progress being made, but you have got to put some real structural, you know, manifested plans in and around to implement your goals. But if you do that, if you work at it one day at a time, it will pay off, because Capricorn energy, it's hard, it's authoritarian, there's divine timing at play, so it requires a lot of patience. But if you do the work and you put in the effort, oh, the results are golden. And look at this, oh, Libra, Hunter moon abundance, that's getting into the time of September and October. That's when that Hunter moon comes up in September. And so to me, this could be really starting to pay off. Whatever's starting to integrate or starting to manifest over this, you know, Virgo full moon and the next 30 days has a really strong potential coming out. And every card that we pulled from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, all of them represent a full moon cycle. So, you know, that deck, it has all the different moon phases, the full moon, the new moon, the waning, the waxing, all of that stuff. So for you to have 3 full moon cards coming out in this spread is super powered, Libra. What an amazing reading so far. So let's dig into your tarot. Let's get you some advice on how, and bet more ideas as to what is manifesting, how to manifest, because this is, you know, oh, it's right around the corner. I feel it. It's like you're right around that corner from reaching these goals and really changing your life in so many ways. Very exciting. Woo, Libra. Loving your reading today. My goodness. Okay, so immediate past, Queen of Wands, there she is. Magic, passion, generosity, sensuality. Oh, she's a magical queen, the Queen of Wands. She's very fiery, very strong, very self-directed, very strongly aligned with Leo energy, so it's very creative. Like I said, you could also be bringing in a little bit of Aries, a little bit of Sagittarius, but Leo is the strongest card. That does influence her, so let's pull a clarifier on top of that, and that's what's, ooh, spirit is popping. 10 of feathers. Oh, Libra. So on top of that Queen of Wands, we have recovery. We have transformation. Look at this card. I love this deck because it has all the animal symbols on it. And so this one is the symbol of the snake. So shedding that skin, you know, making those big changes. And the 10 of Swords really says you have reached the, you know, end or the conclusion of a really difficult cycle, especially mentally. You know, it's like you and your mind, there's been a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, A lot of frustrations, a lot of sadness sometimes even, but that is changing. That's in your immediate past. And going forward, we have that Knight of Swords. So this is your air element energy, and it's going forward very strongly. That Knight says, you know, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to make decisions. Again, though, with that Knight of Swords, do be careful not to fall in to worry, not to let anxiety or fear overwhelm you, because that is something that can also be important to guard against whenever that air element is at play. But that is what's coming in for the present energy with the Virgo full moon. So let's clarify that Knight. Page of Acorns. So we have the Page of Wands, which is all about discovery, enthusiasm, fresh new beginnings, Libra. This is so powerful and beautiful because to me, there it is, the rebirth, the newness. We're right about to come to the springtime, which to me, the Page of Wands is a very strong springtime kind of card. And then going into the future, 30-day, cycle after that Virgo full moon, we have that Six of Wands, which is a great victory card. That is a positive outcome. That means, it's like you're already starting to see some of those goals manifest. So let's pull a clarifier. And look at that, another ace. Not another ace, but this is the first ace, but this is the Ace of Acorns, the Ace of Wands. So more Wands energy. A lot of Wands here. You have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 10, not the 10, but the Ace of Wands, and then the Six of Wands. So lots of fire. This is really great because the fire energy gives you that positivity, the enthusiasm, that movement forward, that spark. And so that Ace of Acorns is creative force, it's confidence. It has that symbol of the ram. We're coming up to the time of Aries. This is a powerful reading for you, Libra. I am absolutely stunned and loving it for you. This is so, so beautiful. So let's pull a little affirmation card from the Making Magic deck. Let's get you just a little last bit of advice on this whole reading. Spirit, look at that. So Libra, this is, like a sacred symbol. You can write it down. You can put it in your journal, meditate with that, for the full moon. But heavenly assistance is there from your angels and your guides. So absolutely, like we said, there's a lot of stuff coming up, from your childhood origins, your soul origins, your ancestors, your guardians, your guides. They're very, very strongly with you, assisting you. So, as you're going through these processes of making plans, laying a firm foundation, this is reminding you, don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help from them, because you absolutely have a strong spiritual team on your side right now, Libra. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was a beautiful reading, and I hope you have an amazing full moon. I'll see you soon. Take care.